Hello, welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Views. Today I have a beer that is a collaboration between two of my favorite Charlotte breweries. This collaboration between Resident Culture and Divine Barrel. You can see there from the label, just like the way it looks and everything, that this is a Resident Culture label. I believe it was brewed at Resident Culture. This is a West Coast style. It's called It's called Hungry Freaks. It's 9% ABV. It is a West Coast style double IPA with Mosaic, Simcoe, and Centennial, which to me sounds like a fantastic hop combination for a West Coast style IPA. I've not had this yet, but considering it's a collaboration between my favorite brewery in Charlotte and my favorite West Coast IPA brewer in Charlotte, Resin Culture being the former, Divine Barrel being the latter, I'm pretty excited to drink this. So I think I do have high hopes for this. Crack it open and see what we got. This is another beer that they released for their... So Divine Barrel released it today for their second anniversary, but they also had cans of it available at Resin Culture. I actually got it at Resin Culture. That is where it was brewed, so, it makes sense. But it was available at both places, which is pretty cool. So it's definitely West Coast style in appearance. You can see it's completely transparent. It is very light colored. A lot of these double IPAs, even, the West Coast ones are kind of orangey, or like very dark gold. But this is, this almost looks like a Pilsner, which is kind of weird. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's just, it is what it is. With a small white head. Oh, that smells so stinky in a good way. That is... Honestly, that's one of the best smelling IPAs I've smelled in a long time. I'm not kidding. There's so much of that, like, sweaty, overripened pineapple from the Mosaic, but also like a really nice like tangerine and piney note from the Simcoe, I'm assuming. And there's a little bit of like a floral aspect to it as well, which I would guess is from the Centennial. It's a really, really nice balance, but I would say that the Mosaic is driving it more than anything, but it just smells so fresh. And I think too, like, because of this is so light that there's like no malt, character to this at all in the aroma, at least. Damn. Oh. That is so fucking good. Holy hell. That is so good. Damn. Yeah, it kind of follows suit with the aroma. There's so much of that that like overripened pineapple and piney character, which is like a blend of the Mosaic and Simcoe. It's almost like sticky and oily, but it's not sweet. It's just like, it's almost like sap, like hop sap. I don't know how to explain it. it's so freaking dry. The bitterness level is pretty high, but it's completely on point for the style for a West Coast IPA. But again, it's true bitterness. It's not like back of the tongue bitterness because there's a bunch of shit in suspension. It's like actual boiling hops IBU bitterness. It finishes with like a really nice bready malt character to it as well. But my God, is that fresh picked hop flavored. The booze is definitely there. If I was going to nitpick and pick like a small thing about this that I don't want to say that I don't like, but something that I guess could maybe be improved upon, it's the booze. But for how light this malt bill is, I mean, look at that. Look how light that color is. For how light that is, and for how pungent and big the hop flavor is, it covers up the alcohol pretty well. But if this beer is gonna be 9% and it's gonna be super dry, very little sweetness, not too much malt character, because again, look how light this is. I'm sure this probably had a bunch of dextrose in it, which that's fine. To get it to be this light, this is definitely like Russian River-esque, which the brewer from Resident Culture came from Russian River. This is definitely a Russian River-esque type beer, for how dry this is. And I know Pliny the Elder uses dextrose, if I recall. Yeah, on my scale of buy, drink, dump, this is absolutely a buy. I'm kind of regretting that I only got one 4-pack, but at the same time, this is so fresh now. I don't want to, hold on to it for long and it degrade or fall off at all. It's kind of one of those things you just got to appreciate it when you have it, and when it's gone, it's gone, unfortunately. But I really hope they make this again. And this was only like $18 for a 4-pack too, which is such a steal. This is better than like almost every hazy IPA I've had in the last year. This is the best West Coast IPA I've had in a really long time. This is absolutely up there with the best stuff from Fatheads, in my opinion. Definitely a buy for me. Check this out. Try to get it. It's just an awesome, awesome beer. I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.